Okay guys, unfortunately my hard drive ran out of space, and when I finished the review it was only about halfway through. It turned out to be a lot longer than I thought. So I'll see if I can make this one a bit quicker, the second half, but we'll see. So let's review the Jace and Lux are not happy with the Nunu in this game, who just happened to be me this time. Primary reason, they were not happy with enough ganks. So just to review, there was a tower dive going on here. Jace, Nunu down. At this point, the Lux potentially could be able to salvage something. Good try on the ultimate. Unfortunately, not enough damage. She's got almost hardly any AP for 13 minutes into the game. That's very low in terms of items. So she's got nothing. She comes in, and instead of just kind of staying here and potentially chucking some spells from here, letting them come to you, she gives up her position advantage and moves and gets sandwiched if you play TF2, and she flashes over, giving up her flash, wasting a spell which maybe could have prevented this tower dive and converted into a kill if they did want to tower dive her. She also didn't use it on the minions, although probably would have made a difference, and she's down. Okay, so moving on from that, both of us respawn here. Jungler out leveling a top lane is definitely not a good thing, okay? So remember, I've got some vision here. I planted that earlier, so I move here. I see he's low. Jace chunks him out, so I'm happy to take my red. I'm not too scared because I'm Nunu. I get an early eat. I wait until a level 5 eat, so I got a really nice one. Doesn't really matter since it was 50 HP, but so I'm happy that he's backed. I decide to farm up. And you notice a really interesting decision here. This lane's pushing. That was about to die. There's only 2 minions, so if you're Lux, you just want to let this lane come to you. You want to be as far up as possible. You are very scared at this point of ganks, because you don't know where the jungler is, you don't know where the mid is, you actually do know where the Queen is due to these 2 wards are placed here. So what you'll notice is the bottom lane, instead of just facing them, remember these guys have health, mana, and the support's down on a level, but due to that health and mana advantage, they can and tower advantage, they can very easily hold this tower, maybe even get a kill. They should at least go 1 for 1 or get an advantage here. Instead, they both roam needlessly, and what actually happens is Kalista actually pushes the lane before the Lux can even get there. Remember, look, this was going to push up here. It'd be a freeze here. Because look, so there'd be about 5-6 minions here fighting these. A few seconds later, whole new wave would come along, and Lux can just wait back and freeze around here under tower, safely farm with a jungler nearby. Bottom lane can fight here. Jace, he, instead of taking this farm, which, let's face it, that's pushing now, so on his side there's more minions. So look at this, right? He gets spotted out. He knows he's spotted. Okay, he runs, so all good. But he's missed out on a couple of CS that he shouldn't have. It was too risky. There was no vision down here. You know, I don't know what he was going down here for, to be honest. He should have just farmed. But note this Lux. We rewind a second. Quinn clearing a ward. Lux should know that. She's walking. She doesn't have too much else to focus on except look at the minimap. Doesn't know where the jungler is. Doesn't know where that is. But if we change it to this vision, She just saw him kill that ward, so they were in vision. Callista made a mistake. Jana should have tried to get the other guy to come back, because now she's just floating, doing absolutely nothing, not even under tower. So she should have been back here. She could have at least pushed them back a bit. They're not in the best position to dive. The owner is full health, so there's definitely a chance for a dive, but there's not too much mana, so might only be enough for one ability, so not too bad. But the main issue was Callista roamed, pushed the wave when it should have been coming back to him, and once again, Lux doesn't respect Fog of War at all. She doesn't respect that there was the Quinn. We do not know where the Quinn is. Lux still pushed it. She wants that CS over the Callista, so she even pushed it even further. It still would have pushed. The Callista probably would have stolen her anyway, but at this point, you're scared. You're going to want to stand here. If you were going to do it, you're going to stand here. I mean, at least you got a bit of support here. It's not going to make a difference, though, unfortunately. We knew the Quinn was there a second ago. We don't know where the Quinn is now, and down levels, up levels, got lethality, no armor, and deleted very fast. Definitely avoidable if Callista didn't roam and it got pushed back up. And now this Lux is getting absolutely destroyed, 0-4, and down CS. So now Malzar's getting the free push on. Jace has left his lane again. He's given up CS. Once again, he's still got to be scared of the Quinn, but he didn't take advantage. Now he's back mid, clearing mid. The wave's pushing away, so he's losing a bit more experience there. Bot. Now what I did here, I was running out of time with the Rift, so I set up the Rift to push, okay? To draw some pressure away from this map. Mid's pushed in. Top has to be answered by Quinn because he is pushing, so I know Quinn's there. And this lane's going not too bad, right? So I want to create some pressure. I want to at least keep the bot lane down here and possibly draw the jungler down. Now what it actually does, we don't know this at this point. They're all missing except Quinn. Okay, we don't know. But what I'd try and do with that is try and get some vision with that time. So I chuck a ward. In fact, 2 wards there. I think I decide, okay, I may as well get the pink down as well. Potentially overkill. Should have chucked another one there. I think, okay, I'll go steal some camps while I've generated some pressure. Okay, so 4 are spotted here right now. So this is the first thing. The Lux could either be here or here at this point. These guys are on voice comms, okay? So if we just rewind a second and just review Lux and Jace for a second. Jace has gone mid. Lux has run around here for some reason. I'm not sure how Lux got there. She should have been going straight down. Anyway, I guess she was thinking maybe coming bottom. But anyway, so we know this Quinn's just been spotted out by ward and minions, which Quinn has just killed. Lux is coming, so he wants to collect these minions, and if Quinn wants to dive him, which she may do, she's up 2 levels, fair game here. Got Ignite, I'm not sure if it's up, but instead of that, the Lux is coming. They could turn that around, stun the Quinn under tower, get a nice shutdown. Instead, the Jace, down 2 levels, remember, level advantage is massive in this game. So we've got level advantage, kill advantage, item advantage. He hasn't even completed 1 item at all. And not only that, he's got 4 health packs, so he wants to take extended trades. Quinn wants to take real quick, boom, trades like that, lethality, down. And Lux, not in a position to help, just has to now collect this. Now, the other thing is, this drew all 4 bottom, right? So we've got full map control. theoretically, but we didn't take it. Lux didn't go mid, and we've lost that. I've stolen all chickens except one. So at this point, almost level 11, Zin barely sitting over level 9, so well down on levels. I decided to just say frick it, I'm just going to use my ult to clear this wave. Like, I didn't really think there'd be a fight coming up soon enough that we want to take, and I just wanted to get that under the tower, you know. Quite frankly, I wanted some CS as well, so I thought frick it, I'll just do that. Not sure if it was the best decision, but I don't think it was too bad, because I wanted to at least reset the lane. Didn't want Malzahar to freeze it either. Now going top here could have been a mistake, to be honest. Instead of going with my team, right? But I know this is pushing, so I know it's either going to slowly push and this minions will be lost. So I want to try and break the freeze for Jace a bit. Now this was a massive mistake also by Lux. We know for a fact that Quinn's missing, and I'm top. Jace is also coming top, and just a little, we'll rewind a second ago, because what actually happens here is Xin Zhao's clearing this ward, right? We saw Quinn back on here, so I know Quinn's coming back. We know Quinn's not going to go here because they've got this covered themselves. We know Malzahar's mid. We know Zin's here. We know Quinn's coming mid or top at this point, or the jungle. Now we see Zin clear that ward. Now note I still had a secondary ward and also that, so we know for a fact that he went up here, okay? At this point, these guys know Zin is here. And they know Quinn's somewhere around here too. So at this point, they push up, right? Notice we're not getting any wards down either. 1 out of 3 wards placed. If you're Janna and you see this guy clearing a ward here, you go, oh, could be a flank coming. As he's clearing it, chuck a ward here. You'll see him coming, you know? Preemptive. You're safe because you see him doing it, you know? Real quick, we see him clearing, running, okay? We still see him. This is our fog of war, we see him. Janna can easily in time get a ward down there, look. She runs, but she doesn't. And now he could be too close, okay? So miss that opportunity. Even now, you could still do a ward there, you know. Worst case, you just chuck a ward there. Gives you an extra second or so warning. Bush is a lot better though. That said, he could still come from around there. That said, nah, that would spot him out, because if he goes round, you're going to see him there. So we've got a Quinn missing, which we knew was there, which we know is going to be around there, and a Zin missing. Now let's just see how these guys play it. Okay, Callista going for the jewel. Remember, missing 2. We know where Zin is. We know he's going to be coming from behind soon. Or we know he's most likely going to be coming from behind. Meanwhile, these guys have taken bot. Once again, debatable if I should be pushing this. Potentially a mistake, to be honest. But that's what they need to deal with, you know. If I do something, they need to react as well. And look at that positioning. She's been caught there about 3 times in this area by Quinn. In this area. Not even back here. All here. Okay? And she's gone, and now wait for Zin to come from behind. Great disengage by Janna. Jace is finally coming down. Now I've created some pressure cross map. I'm now level 11.5. Zin still just only 3. Okay, so problem is, okay, these guys are pushing bot. They've got free reign. I've created some pressure here, so I've drawn Quinn back. These guys should have never been here. Luck should have never been here. Luck should have been here, saying, I'm scared right now. I'm down 0-4. I got nothing. I'm going to wait on my tower for the wave to come to me. I'll farm under. Jace could have come mid as well if I was pushing there. And then support bot could have come here and defended that. I don't think they'll be able to dive them. I mean, I just don't think they'll be able to get the dive. Even though they're not even up. They've only got 1 kill each, so they're not even too fed compared to ours. Like, if you look at the items, it's relatively similar. No, this guy doesn't have a sight stone, so Leona has made a huge error not getting a sight stone. And Jana needs to get more wards down. 0-3 right now. Really, really bad to have no wards down. Finally gets one down there, but I mean, you know. These guys, once again, just to confirm, this isn't a replay, okay? They know that these guys are here. They know that this guy was here a second ago. They know where Quinn is, okay? But they're going aggressive again, okay? And look, this guy goes in, these guys run back. So I've got a split focus, and he's gone. Jana, not with the ADC, unfortunately. And meanwhile, they've just got to push. So once again, they should have just defended instead of pushing the lane down. I mean, these guys aren't going to freeze the wave down here, you know. They're just going to push it out. So you're going to collect that CS up here anyway. So there's no real reason to go forward. Okay, so these guys have just got all the free farm. They've got 2 towers, they're out. There's nothing much we can do here. We think about it, but we're getting run over the map, you know. Now Jace is down, top's gone, Miz pushed under. Okay, Varus is asking for dragon. Like, we can't take any dragon. We're getting pushed too far back in every lane right now. Now, this was definitely a mistake by me, I believe. So I've got no vision. Okay, I see them. Okay, so I effectively enter Fog of War without any decent vision on them. And yep, I'm caught out, unfortunately, so that was a mistake by me. Definitely should have chucked a ward in there if I had one. And we do manage to turn it around, but it wasn't because of any good play by me. It was definitely the ADC that went big here to turn this fight around. Note though, these guys have just got the dragon down there, so even though they're dying, we're actually getting a couple of shutdowns, so this is really nice for us though. Like, we're down 17-4 still, so it is a brutal game right now. Like, chance of comeback right now is very hard. Callista's the only one who's got any kills really, except one of mine. Once again, Lux, quite risky being up this forward on like a couple of HP, although she probably knows that they're not coming. So I'll fast forward it a bit. So I mean, in terms of this game, I'm just trying to get a bit of experience here. Definite mistake by me here even approaching this. I've got no business to even walk up to this and try absolutely anything. I've got no ult, I've got nothing. The snowball does nothing to him. So that was definite mistake by me again. And my mistake, luckily Leona didn't hit her E on me or I would have been dead. Luckily, because of that and that alone, we managed to take a turnaround. 1 kill. Now Leona gets a great double ult, so we're gone. Varus chains it. Luckily, we've got a great follow up by a team, and we turn around. Now you know this mistake here by me doesn't mean it was a good decision, right? It resulted in a positive outcome. Same as the last one, it wasn't too bad, but you always got to consider, well, in the end it actually doesn't end up too great, but you can't worry about the outcome in a single instance. If the decision was wrong and it turns out good, the decision was still wrong. If the decision was right and it turns out bad, then the decision was still right. So if something works 90% of the time, but it doesn't work that 10% that one time, then it was still right to go for that risk or that play. Because not everything's going to work 100%, or not every good play is always going to turn out well. So at this point, the game's pretty much winding down. I'm still just trying to get as much experience as I can, like, to try and stop the bleeding, but unfortunately, that's pretty much it at this point. So just to review, we started the game off with a great counter jungle around here, while they did a 4-man. Jace then didn't take advantage of his level 2 and 3 and 4 advantage up here and ended up dying solo. He didn't use his minions at all. I did some really great counter jungling, some objectives, some warding. I tried a gank, it didn't work, Jace wasn't in position. Jace kept on taking bad trades, bottom lane roamed too much occasionally, and Lux really didn't ward. Like, you look at the wards, they're never using their wards right. I'm trying to get as many wards out with my 2 per back. You know, I pretty much always have 2 or 3 down. Yet these guys, 0 out of 3, 0 out of 3, 0 out of 3, 1 out of 3, right? So the only vision is really coming from me at this point. But I will say that my late game decisions have been really bad. I've made at least 3 significant errors with getting caught out and dying, which just happened to make a bit of a turnaround, but it's too little too late. So in terms of raging, you need to really focus on your own game. If you get too caught up on someone else, if you're thinking, oh, the jungler's not ganking, I'm getting counter ganked, that may or may not be true. But even if it is true, you still need to play to it, because you're not always going to get ganks in games. You need to play like, I'm not going to get a gank. You can ask for them. If you don't get them, bad luck. If you got a Nunu, you got to think, okay, this guy's going to want to get all objectives. He's going to want to counter jungle. I'm going to want to play safe. Okay? But the point is, when you go 162, 163, and you're down 46 CS and about over 90, nearly 100 CS, right, over your laner, or 80 CS over your laner, right, then you can't actually blame it on one actual individual, right? Because even if someone else cost you a death or 2, you can always play safe, farm up, and make a comeback. But if you keep on positioning badly, not looking at the waves, not looking at the minimap, because I can guarantee you these guys probably would have made different decisions if they were looking at the minimap and actually seeing people go over wards. I don't think people would go, oh, there's a Zinzao clearing ward and he walks up there, I'll just stay down here, you know. I don't think they're paying attention to the map. And it's fair enough, it's all good. No reason to worry. The main point is to not blame others. Review your own gameplay, just like I've done here. Pick out your own problems, because I believe I had a really strong early game. I was up multiple levels on my opposing laner. I was the only lane that really kept up. But unfortunately the other lanes gave up a couple of free kills, 2 ganks, made some bad positioning, wave management things, didn't take advantage of opportunities they had. And you end up with a couple levels down, unfortunately, you know. Level 14 versus level 10, for example. Level 13 versus level 12. But almost 2 levels. So next time you play your own game and you think someone else is to blame, go back and watch the replay and just review it step by step. Go slow when you need to, look at the minimap, turn on and off vision using F1, 2, 3 keys, and actually see, oh, did I miss that bit of vision? Did I miss putting a ward down? Should I have played safe or differently, Because you're only going to climb because of your own skill. Each game you start off, you've got 4 teammates. The other guys on the other team have 4 teammates. It's like rolling a dice. You'll sometimes get good ones, you'll sometimes get bad ones, you'll sometimes get average ones. At the end of the day, you are the only constant in your game, and raging your team does absolutely nothing to fix it. Absolutely nothing. Because you're probably never going to see those guys again, and it only diminishes your chance of winning that individual game. So close your mouth, think what can I do, play your best, and then review the demo. So thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it was a bit long, although maybe that was actually needed for this, since I was covering a top lane, a mid lane, and a jungle, so I kind of need to go all around the map to actually get a bit of a review. And let me know any comments, feedback, what you'd like to see. I've got one or two other replays which I may or may not do these for, and obviously in the future I'll get some more. I'm not sure how it works, but if you ever have any replays where someone was raging, feel free to send me a message on with a link, however you do that. I'll need to find that out, and any comments around who was raging who, whatever, example of what they were saying, and yeah, we can do a little review. So thanks for watching.